For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome again to another special edition of the Focus program as we try and give you information that's important to you during this trying time for all of us. Joining me right off the top of the bat here is the Superintendent of the East China School District, Suzanne Cybulla. Superintendent, welcome back to the Focus program.
I appreciate it.
Well, you've had quite a busy day today. Today is the day that the governor came out and made her big announcement about what's going to happen with schools, but sort of give us a Reader's Digest view of what she discussed and how that's going to affect us immediately.
Yes, we were all anticipating that she would close the Michigan school districts for the remainder of the school year, but I have to tell you, it was really emotional for us to hear those words. It's hard to wrap our head around the fact that we are done for this school year,
right?
Even knowing that it's the best thing, to do for our community and for the health and welfare of everybody involved. But what the governor outlined for us is that our ISDs, our intermediate school districts, and for us that's the RISA in Marysville, will request a plan from us. We'll have to turn in a plan for continued learning to our ISD with a template that will be provided to us tomorrow as far as how we're going to continue to provide learning resources for our students in the coming months and even into the summer, knowing that everybody's family situation and access to resources is very different and that we need to be able to reach everybody where they're at. So we have a challenge in front of us as a district, but in working with our teachers and our support staff and our principals, I know that we'll be able to come up with a plan that will support our students, but also be cognizant of the fact that everyone is dealing with a reality that is very different than we all expected for this time of the year.
So off the top, the seniors don't have to worry. They are going to be graduated.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I know this is the toughest on our 2020 graduating class, but they're tough and resilient, and I know that they're going to learn and grow from this experience. But yes, they will.
Maybe they don't want to grow this quick or this fast.
Yeah. Well, most of them right about now, springtime, are ready to be done, and their
Right.
wish was granted, and so yes, they will all graduate.
Okay. Moving along, a couple other things. Instruction for this year is done. But except you're going to be meeting with Dr. Kevin Miller from the ISD about some continual learning, and that will be coming forth in a few days.
Yes, the next week will be our planning week. Like I said, the template is going to be provided to us tomorrow, and then from that we will get our teams around it and come up with a platform, a way of providing resources for all of our students, knowing that, like I said, everybody's got a little bit different story in their home. So we are trying to attend to all those needs.
Many of the juniors and seniors have been taking AP classes. What happens to all those?
AP classes are regulated through the College Board, and normally they'd be taking their AP assessment that beginning part of May. My last information was they had moved them to a later date and possibly even into the summer for those exams. And they've changed the structure of it. But anyone who is looking at getting some information regarding the AP courses can go to the College Board website, and they have a very well thought out plan for those AP assessments.
And you indicated before we started that the SATs will be in the fall, like normal.
In the fall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's normally the assessment given the 14th of April, but that will be in the fall.
Okay. A couple other quick things before we let you go, because I know you're extremely busy. Food service. You've been giving lunches to breakfast and lunches to students around the district up until today. Will that continue?
Yes, it will. We had our plan in place for, depending on what the governor said today, moving forward, starting the week of April 6th, we will be doing those pick up and go food service bags every Wednesday. That's a change. We've been doing it twice a week, but we're trying to limit the number of points of contact, and so we're going to be doing pickup one day a week, but we'll have enough breakfast and lunch items in each pickup bag for every student. So they'll be picking up more, but only once a week.
And those are picked up at 3 locations?
We're going to go down again, limiting those points of contact. We're going to go down to 2 locations. It'll be the Marine City Complex and St. Clair High School, and at the same time from 11 until 1 p.m.
Okay, and it's on Wednesday. It'll be every Wednesday until further notice at Marine City High School or St. Clair High School. The grab and go bags will be available once a week. That's
correct, and it's for any child 18 years of age or under. They do not need to be a student in East China School District.
Okay, that's about it. School board meetings we'll worry about later.
Yep.
But I know you and your staff are on top of it, and we appreciate what you're doing for all of us. We all go through this together. Amazing, isn't it?
It is, and it's amazing to see the outpouring of support that everybody is providing for each other. And our message in East China is just to take care of each other and take care of yourselves, and have grace with each other right now. Just be patient.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll heed your words. We'll be patient with each other. Thanks very much, Superintendent. Talk to you soon.
All right,
thank you.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Yep. Superintendent Suzanne Cybulla from the East China School District, and we'll constantly keep in touch with her and bring you up to date on this show as she tries to keep us informed of the changes as they're moving along very, very rapidly. Deb Johnson, St. Clair County Community Mental Health, belong in just a second. Joining us now from the Washington Life Center in wonderful Marine City are 2 really active people involved in Washington Life and the Council on Aging. On the right, we have Mary Peterson, and on the left, we have Lori Adair. Nice to see you. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
Nice to see. I like your graphic there. That's really cool. And you've got the 6 feet. Look at that, 6 feet. That's great.
Exactly. I got the tape measure out, so we are exactly 6 feet apart.
And the message you want to bring across to everybody today is that you really miss all of your clients.
We do. We've been reaching out and calling a lot of our members and just talking to them, seeing what they need, and it's just chit-chatting and
we've had members stop by the building on the outside of the window and knock and wave and
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. The message that you've got on the whiteboard there is just the one that everybody's got to have. Stay home, stay safe.
Yes.
But in order to do that, they need some support. And you guys are there to help them. You got the Meals on Wheels. Let's start there.
Sure. Yeah, the Washington Life Center covers the Meals on Wheels at the southern end of St. Clair County. So I think we're up to about 180 meals a day.
Wonderful.
And that also includes Harson's Island. So we do have some seniors on the island. So we do provide meals for them as well. So that, in addition to the meals, that's a quick wellness check with the seniors, making sure they're okay.
Yep.
And if there's an emergency or anything, then the drivers can notify us, and then we'll go ahead and make some phone calls to just follow up and make sure they're okay.
Your coverage area goes from almost Marysville down to Harson's Island, from the river out to the expressway. Would that be about right, or is that too big?
Yeah, we go to Ira Township and then out to Columbus. We kind of make a loop, a circle around. So starting here, Marine City, East China, and then back south down to Algonac, Clay, Ira, loop around to Columbus, and then back over this way. So
if I've not used the services of Washington Life Center and the Council on Aging, if I call 765-3523, I can get some basic information?
Absolutely, yes.
And what kinds of things can you do besides Meals on Wheels?
Well, we're also providing personal care and homemaking services. So our staff is still servicing the seniors that need help with personal care if they're living alone and they have arthritis, if you will, that they're not able to take care of themselves with their hygiene. So our staff is still going out, taking extra precautions to make sure everybody's safe with the staff and along with the seniors as well.
That's just wonderful work. How can the public help you?
Oh, and yes, Mary just reminded me, senior transportation. So if seniors are not able to drive, we can still take them to the grocery store. We do, we've adjusted our hours there's a lot of senior shopping at the local grocery stores. So if they want to go at 7 in the morning, we can certainly transport them. We still take them to dialysis appointments, banks, and things of that nature. So we're still supporting them in that way.
Wow, that's just a lot of work. How big is your staff?
12, including nutrition. Yep.
Now, all the meals, the Council on Aging meals, do they come out of your cafeteria there at Washington Life, or they come out of Port Huron?
Our center provides the meals out of the Washington Life Center for this end of the county. So we prepare them right here.
Okay, you sent us a list of things that people are needing, that the Homeland Security Emergency Management has added 3 more donation drop-off centers located in different parts of one is the Yale Center, one's the center in K-Pac, and also in the Washington Life Center. And there you need masks, either hand-sewn or manufactured, bouffant caps, safety glasses, disposable coveralls, face shields, hand sanitizer, wipes, and cleaning projects. That's wonderful. So people can gather these kinds of things and drop them off right there at Washington Life Center?
That's correct. We have a drop box at the entrance at the south end of the building, and they can come between 8:30 and 4:30, Monday through Friday. And once we have a box full, we'll contact the Border Patrol Emergency Management to get those out to those people on the front lines, if you will. So.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Let's repeat that number again of the Washington Life Center. It's 765-3523 if they have any additional questions or answers. Did we miss anything, ladies?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We know. Yeah.
I love your board there. The 6 foot. That's remarkable. I've not seen CNN or NBC or Fox or anybody use anything like that. You guys are way ahead. Thanks.
We're complying with our rules. So we want to keep our staff healthy and safe to be able to continue to provide the services, and hopefully we don't know the length of time, but we miss everybody to start having everybody come back.
Yeah, it's all about people, isn't it? Wonderful thing, people. Well, we thank you and salute you too, both of you, for all the work, and everybody else at the Washington Life Center and the Council on Aging. Keep smiling, and thanks for all your work.
Well, thank you for having us.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Nice group of ladies, set of ladies there doing some great work, and we thank them for what they're doing. We'll be right back with our next guest. Joining us now with some really important information for all of us to think about and calm down is a lady by the name of Deborah Johnson. Nice to see you, Deborah.
Oh, we're supposed to do this now, aren't we?
We're doing. You've got some really important information for people at this time. We're all under stress. We're all worried about everything, and we can't continue that kind of effort. We've got to get a hold of ourselves and do some positive things.
Right, and so there's a few just basic rules. Like if you kind of adhere to these things, I think it will help manage the stress and anxiety, because everybody is feeling some level of stress and anxiety. I said maybe I shouldn't say everybody, because you're never supposed to say everybody or never or whatever, but I think everybody has at least some level.
Correct.
And one of the things, there's just a few easy tips, like what can you control, what can't you control?
All right.
So this was a cute little graphic, and I should have brought a bigger one for you, but it's just a cute graphic, and it says I can't control these things. Like you can't control if other people follow the rules of social distancing. You can't control the actions of other people, or the amount of toilet paper at the store, or you can't predict what's going to happen either. But so let go of those things. You can't also control what's happening out there all over the news. So what you can control is, and what you should focus on is you maintaining a positive attitude. Turn off the news, limit it to like 30 minutes.
I like that.
Because repeated negative information is kind of addictive, and it's not good for us, and it's not good for your brain. Your brain needs a chance to take a break and rest.
And whether you listen to the one channel or the other channel, they're both going to have negatives on them.
Yeah.
So, just stay away from them for a while.
In Facebook, it's, I know people are really trying to flood Facebook with a lot of great things. One of them is a beautiful me. In fact, you said why I was so bright today, and I said I wore orange because that's their color, and they're talking about, they're wanting people to flood Facebook with what are you grateful for? Because even during this situation, there's still a lot to be grateful for. So, I put my faith, my family, my friends, and of course I'm grateful for all the people that are considered essential workers, including our staff. Not all of them, but we have about 35 people that are in work every day because they're providing, it's primarily our nurses, our assertive community treatment team staff, and our mobile crisis unit, because people who have some of the issues and conditions that we work with on a daily basis, that doesn't take a break during the coronavirus.
No.
And in fact, in some cases, it exacerbates it. So our staff are working. I'm super grateful for them and their great positive attitudes. And of course, the doctors, the nurses, and everybody at the hospital front line. And somebody said, don't forget to mention all the maintenance workers that are cleaning continuously in the hospitals and in our building, any place where people still need to go, in the grocery store.
They've had double, triple the work than they normally do.
And people in the grocery stores, the cashiers. I mean, all those people are so important and essential right now. So be nice to them. I witnessed somebody being very rude to somebody at Neiman's the other day, and I thought, wow. I mean, it's not her fault that you can only buy 2 hand sanitizers.
Right.
But anyway, so you can control your behavior. You can control the things that you do. Don't watch so much of that stuff on TV. Continue to try to take care of yourself. Get enough sleep. Drink lots of water. Exercise. Those kinds of things, because you should do that all the time anyways. Eat healthy. But even now, more than ever, it's important to focus on taking good care of ourselves.
And one of the nice things that's happening is the weather starting to change.
Yes.
And we're going to have some nice sun, and we're going to finally have some sun, but we're going to have some temperatures that are going to make it more
conducive to be outside.
To be outside.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
Get in the garden.
Take walks. Yeah. Do your landscaping. Everybody should have the best looking yards ever this year. I mean, that's my goal.
That's
I've already been doing some yard work, but So get exercise because you can social distance and be outside. And you could even meet up with a friend and walk 6 feet apart. I mean, don't get close to each other. Don't hug when you see each other. But you can still do those things. So. Another thing is if you have kids in the house, be a good role model for your kids. And you watching that 24/7, they're going to pick up on it. I don't care what their age is, the level of negativity, being scared, fearful, things like that. And now, of course, the governor just came out with the executive order on schools being pretty much done for the year. That's, I'm sure, creating a lot more stress and anxiety for kids in school. Who don't get to have their spring sports, who don't get to do the normal senior prom, the normal things, graduation ceremonies, all those kinds of things that everybody else has gotten to do. That causes stress and anxiety and probably some anger. But you got to make the best of it. And I guess they can be the class of 2020 can be the class that talks about how it was for them for years to come.
You did, right? History marker. You were on Paul Miller's show the other morning, and you gave out a couple numbers, and I liked what you said about it. And that is, you can call your office anytime and talk to people, and that number is 985-8900. 985-8900.
And ask for the support line.
Yeah.
So that's for anybody in the community. You do not have to be receiving community mental health services or any kind of counseling, but maybe you just need to be, you need to feel a little connected. Maybe you're feeling lonely,
Yeah.
isolated, things like that. Because we're social beings, and we need to stay connected to people. And so some people who live on their own and can't get out or don't, or are not getting out right now because of the stay home, stay safe and all that stuff, they need some connection. So in fact, we got feedback from an older woman that called yesterday, and she said she saw it on Facebook, she made the call, and she just raved about the staff person that she talked to, because she said it helped kind of alleviate her fears and her stress right now, and she just felt better talking to somebody. So please don't hesitate to use that line. And then we also added a texting option, because we know younger people typically prefer texting or even email maybe, so there's an email option and a texting option.
And the text option is 956-6335, 956-6335, both of them 810. So those are important things, and those are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 in the morning till 4:30, and it's absolutely free and confidential. So
yep, and you can, we are asking people just if they have insurance, and not because we want to bill their insurance or anything. We won't even ask the numbers, but we're just trying to track what types of insurances, and if some people have told us they tried to get help but weren't able to during this time, and so we're still not charging, but we're just trying to keep track of that.
Well, you'll be able to have some information in the future to talk to those insurance companies and say, hey, maybe this would be an area you should think about.
Yeah, and the state has been great about, and actually the feds, on loosening up the billing requirements for services, not for that line, but telephone counseling and things like that. We're doing a lot of telehealth right now. So I do want to say that if you are in severe crisis, though, you still, people can call 24/7 our mobile crisis number.
966-2575.
Okay, that's the crisis line, 24/7. And then access is still available 24/7. And mobile crisis unit will still respond face-to-face. They're doing what they can over the phone, but if they need to come out in person, they will. They have personal protective equipment, and they can do that.
It's just wonderful how people are starting to really get involved and contribute and do positive things.
Yeah, I've seen so much positivity, even at our place. I mean, I'm just amazed at the positive attitudes of our staff, our nurses, our ACT team, mobile crisis, because we have about more than 350 employees, and out of that number of employees, only about 35 have to come in every day because of the jobs that they have. I mean, we have some people on rotating. We have people doing work from home and obviously doing the phone calls and things like that. But the people that are coming in, they're not griping. They want to do their share. They want to help people, and they know how important it is. So yeah, we're pretty happy. I also just wanted to mention that if you go on our Facebook, we have a lot of great resources. The tips on managing stress and anxiety are repeated there multiple times. Those numbers that we just gave out, all of those numbers are there. The mobile crisis unit, the access line, the support lines, that's all there. And just a lot of exercise things you can do. We have In Shape staff that created some really fun exercise videos. A nutritionist that talked about healthy eating, activities for kids, all kinds of stuff. We have tons of resources, so I hope people will check it out.
Now's the time to call. Don't wait.
Right.
It's important.
And check our Facebook. So yeah.
Okay. Deb Johnson, thank you.
You're
We'll have
welcome.
you back soon when things are better and we can sit and shake hands.
Right. I'm looking forward to that.
We'll be back in just a second. Joining us now is Lindsay Chopp. Lindsay, welcome to the Focus program. Thanks for taking some time. And you've got some important information for us about what to do with young children and some tips for keeping everybody happy. Welcome.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a beautiful sunny day today, so let's enjoy it and embrace it, right?
You got it. You got it. Absolutely. You're a prevention education coordinator for the Council on Neglect and Child Abuse. What does that job entail?
Well, I certainly miss my job right now because I'm not in the schools, so as the prevention education coordinator, the bulk and majority of my job is going out into the schools and talking to kids anywhere from pre-K to high school about body safety at the different educational levels and how to stay safe. A lot of what we do is social media safety. I work closely with the prosecutor's office, and they also attend a lot of our presentations to help give out that information about the laws and just things of how to keep kids safe, getting them to think ahead about preventing someone from hurting them, that these are serious offenses, and if it's happening to them, that they need to speak up because they are the boss of their bodies and no one should be hurting them. So I do miss it right now. That's mostly what I am doing throughout the school year. In addition, we also provide trainings for different like daycares, groups that work with youth about mandated reporting, how to prevent shaken baby syndrome, safe sleep, things of that nature. So unfortunately, I'm not able to be out there right now, but it's a pleasure to be able to still be able to use social media to get our message out and then to also be talking with you.
One of the things that you are talking about or you're thinking about it during this time, people are home together that haven't been home together. And if there's some abuse maybe in the laying low in the family, maybe it will come out this time because we're so concentrated and we're so much time together. Any thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, and that can be, I think time will tell, but that could be the unfortunate side effect of this COVID quarantine and isolation. Unfortunately, 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused by the age of 18, and 90% of the abusers are someone who is very close to that child. So it could be living in that home, but hopefully for some of the kiddos right now, it was their perpetrator was not in the home, and they can stay safe from them at this point.
Okay. Have you got some tips for people? I understand you had a trivia thing in your neighborhood.
We did. It was so fun. Yeah, this time of isolation is difficult on everybody. I mean, I have 3 kiddos myself, and I'm not used to being at home with them every day. I think it's really important to remember that we are all going through this struggle, and this isn't a time for total isolation. Thank goodness we have social media, we have computers, we've got cell phones to keep us connected. So maybe we can't physically touch our friends and family, but things like a family game night, trivia night that's set up amongst your neighborhood and friends, it's really something easy to do. There's a lot of free apps out there, Skype, Zoom, House Party, that you can use to do that with friends and family. Google searches are so simple. This doesn't have to be a big production of doing crafts with kids. You can use things around your house. Q-tips, cotton balls, Google it. There's so many crafts that come up. I mean, literally, because those things are cheap. We probably already have it in our homes. It's just getting outside every day, even on those days where, it's only upper 30s, that fresh air is amazing for the kiddos and for your own self. Thankfully, like I had mentioned today, it's almost 60 and sunny. So I hope everybody's outside enjoying that because we really all need it. And, again, it's good to maybe start the day with a schedule, but don't lose hope if that schedule goes awry. There's many days where I say, okay, now we're moving on from TV time to let's go play outside. And then all of a sudden my kids, instead of changing and getting ready to go outside, are playing up in their rooms nicely together. So that's fine. I'm not going to push it. So just kind of going with the flow, letting kids be kids right now, kind of, again, going back to basics of, maybe they want to play with mommy's makeup. Maybe grab daddy's shaving cream and let them play with it. Just kind of easing the rules a little bit right now because kids are struggling too. We all have days right now where we might be crying. We might be wanting to lose our head. And guess what? So are our kids. They sense what's going on. And it's definitely a good thing to talk to them about it in the age appropriate level. Just kind of letting them know there's a virus going around and doctors are trying to figure out the cure for it, but that's why we have to stay away from everybody right now. And just acknowledging that emotions might run a little high and it's okay to take a break. Walk away, shut the door, tell them mommy needs a timeout or daddy, and just making sure everybody stays safe.
Lindsay, we thank you for all your thoughts and all the things you're doing and the great ideas you come up with here. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? Follow us on Facebook, St. Clair County Child Abuse and Neglect Council. Prevent Child Abuse America has some really great ideas of fun things to do with kids. And actually tomorrow, Friday, they're doing free yoga Fridays. So just log on, do some yoga, learn something new. Michigan Children's Trust Fund is another great Facebook page to follow as well. And check in with your school districts. But, continue following your school websites. They're going to have a lot of great information, especially about like the food giveaways, which everybody should take advantage of right now. There's no shame in that. It's a wonderful help. And, especially when we're all kind of supposed to be hunkered down, that's a great benefit. And the kids love the food, right? So again, let's have some fun with it. And again, so yeah, but we'll get through this. It's not going to last forever, and just keeping yourself safe and sane and everybody happy is what we want to see.
Lindsay Chop, thanks very much for your time. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, great to see you, Paul, or hear from you.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yep. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Lots of important information coming in every week. We'll keep you informed as the time goes on. And once again, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.